Greetings, my cosmic nostrils. I'm your host, Dr. Magnifiscent, right here. And this is the Nashville Nose all around us. Ooh. And you know what? It's about time I finally got another Tower fragrance. Tower Perfumes is a Swiss niche fragrance brand with the multi-talented Andy Tower at the helm as brand owner and head perfumer. I've only owned two from his brand for the longest time, and they are Outr-eau de Désert and L'air des Alpes Suisse. That one's tricky to pronounce. And Outr-eau de Désert is, I believe, the straight flanker of L'air du Désert Marocain, or Air of the Moroccan Desert. And both of them in this DNA are highly acclaimed fragrances meant to recreate the aromas of a spice market in Morocco, I guess. One of my favorites of all time right here. But I finally got another one. One of his limited releases. He only made 1,000 and put them out for sale while supplies lasted. And luckily I was able to snag one up before they were all completely out of stock. This is his brand new Nexin. Yes, trying to find one of these babies now is probably gonna be a little challenging. You can still get samples or small atomizers on decant sites, and I thought about sampling it first before I pulled the trigger, but they were selling so fast that I just went for it. Apparently this scent was inspired by Andy Tower's love of the night sky, the wondrous cosmos. Hey, I can relate. I'm a huge astronomy nerd, so I'm expecting this thing to smell out of this world. Nexin is derived from the word nexus, meaning connection or link between people, things, or parts of a system, a connected group or series of things, the core or center as a matter or a situation. Very poetic, Andy. It's also an extrait de parfum, just like Outr-eau de Désert, and I really appreciate that because his eau de parfums don't last very long on me. So let's not wait anymore and dive into the presentation. Yeah, man, rip it up. And this is the first time I'm unboxing a Tower fragrance on my channel. Really excited about that because you can tell he takes great pride in his customer experience. First off, the outer layer slides up and... oh, and it stops? It stops. Okay, I'm glad I didn't yank it too hard. And, oh, I got a coaster! Oh my gosh, and look, it's signed by Andy Tower himself. Got his signature right there. And he also marked which numbered bottle this is out of the 1,000. I apparently own bottle 797. I was hoping to have bottle 1, but that's a tall order. So yeah, really cool box, really cool presentation. You know, it's got the old credit card slider, like in the 80s. So naughty. And of course, there's your bottle nestled nicely in the box. Let's pop her out. Oh, there we go. And that's a really nice box. I'm not gonna blow it up. A sleek, all-white Tower bottle with his signature Pentagon shape. We're going to the Pentagon.
I mean, not the Pentagon. The lame one here on Earth.
And on this sticker label on the shoulder of the bottle, it's got the extrait de parfum concentration. And then on the front of it, it says limited edition number 0797 out of 1,000. So I guess I just made it. It's got the name Nexin stamped right on the cap. So yeah, pretty. All right, let's do it. Diagnosis time. The doctor is now in. Getting something real clean and bright in the air. A little floral. I'm guessing white florals. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, the initial sillage is really bright, crisp, clean, a little soapy. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that is good. That is real good. I'm digging what I'm smelling so far. And thank God it's an extrait because it doesn't have a lot of deeper, darker elements to anchor it to the skin. So I'm hoping that the concentration will aid in his performance because it's very light, very airy right off the open, a little bit green. I don't know if it's just the bottle playing tricks on me. It is kind of giving you this image of like a snowy day, like a snow-covered evergreen forest. It's not super green and herbaceous and woody as of now, just really light and kind of simple. Man, it's really nice though. It smells very pleasing. Like I can't see this being polarizing or challenging whatsoever. That's interesting. And it doesn't seem to be changing too rapidly in the first few minutes of application. It smells like it will most likely stay fairly linear throughout the life of the fragrance. I'm curious if there are white florals in the open. Yeah, this is just giving me a real soapy vibe. And I'm not sure what's doing that. It almost reminds me of how Prada approaches some of their fragrances, because they're kind of known for that soapy clean style. Yeah, it's just It's real simple. All right, let's see what's in it. Pulling up the notes. Let's check out their website. Oh, yep, out of stock. Sorry, folks. It may pop up on some obscure discounters. No, there's no way of knowing. Okay, we have citrus notes, natural essential oils of lemon, geranium, bergamot, and rose. I guess so. I mean, if there's rose in here, again, could be the bottle, but it smells like a white rose, or at the very least, a very light rose. Doesn't give me that jammy red, like, you know, Bulgarian or Turkish rose type thing. Ah, vetiver. Okay, yes, I definitely believe there's vetiver in here, but it's a really light vetiver. It's not grassy, it's not earthy. Oak moss, iris root, orange blossom, tonga bean, cedar, and sandalwood. Musks, and our old pal, ambergris. And I do love ambergris. Usually gives a blend an oceanic touch, but I'm definitely not getting that here. If there is any in there, it's real tucked in. I think what I'm getting the most of off the open are the citrus, florals, and that vetiver just kind of poking through. I'm wondering if the vetiver, oak moss, woods, and ambergris will become more apparent as it dries down. And I don't know how long that'll take, because since I applied it, it really hasn't changed. We'll see if my prediction rings through hours into wearing. So why don't we just get to that right now? I'm gonna step away, come back, let it fully develop, and I'll let you know what I think. Blast off! Hello? 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 Okay, lot to report on. First off, longevity. I am pleasantly surprised. Really impressed by this fragrance of this nature. I mean, let's be honest, it's not as loud. It wasn't a loud fragrance to begin with. It does sit pretty close to the skin. If you want it to be noticed more, the best thing you can do is just add more sprays, which is what I will definitely do when I wear it out. But thanks to it being an extrait, it does last pretty long. And usually how it goes, the denser the concentration, the less projection, but the more longevity. Luckily, projection is an easy fix. At least for me. I just add more. And if you pound it on enough, it'll get noticed. And I really like the way it's morphed on the skin. Obviously not really getting any lemon or bergamot anymore. And citruses are the first thing to go. Not getting a whole lot of geranium or rose anymore. Instead, I'm mostly getting iris or orris root. It's become really powdery. Also sweetened up a bit. Probably thanks to the sandalwood. Yeah, I feel like orris root and sandalwood are what I get the most of on my skin well into the dry down. It's funny too, while I was letting it sit on the skin, I took a gander into some of the reviews on Fragrantica, and it kind of gets a good amount of negative feedback. Also, most people vote the sillage as enormous. Unless, again, you really pound it on, which I have no problem doing because it smells really nice. I mean, I think it does. The most common negative comment I see on it is a lot of people think it's just lackluster, like Andy phoned it in. I completely disagree. I mean, yes, it's very simple and basic, but let's be honest, I'm human, and I like to simply smell good. It doesn't always have to be a Rubik's Cube. And most of the fragrances I wear day to day are of the simple, easy, and wearable variety. So my take on this, and I guess these could also be my final thoughts, it's really simple and easy to grasp, but it has certain subtle little intricacies that kind of catch your mind off guard every now and then. Like you go into it thinking it's gonna be just a really simple designer, and then you just go, ooh, that's interesting. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's a nice combo of classic and modern elements, but it's just really happy. The amount of vetiver they put in this blend is just perfect. It's just lingering in the background, almost going unnoticed. I think it's very special. So therefore, I will be keeping it. You did it again, Andy. What can I say? I love your stuff. And if you love my stuff, then you must subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe, yeah, subscribe, come on. And if you like me, and ring that bell so those algorithm gods can keep blessing Andy Tower with a whole new abundance of inspiration. Share me with your pheromone challenged friends and family. Blast me out on them socials. Get the word out, y'all! And as always, tell me your thoughts in the comments. I love discussing everything fragrance with you. All right, my starry nostrils, stay burning bright and stay smelly. The doctor is out.